Hey y'all, welcome to my page. I'm going to take you step by step on making a pie crust that you don't have to roll out. You mix it in your pie plate, and I'm using a tin pan because someone wanted a coconut pie. And I got this pie crust off of Mountain Cooking with Missy, and it was her Aunt Lucy's pie crust, and I've made it before and I've had no complaints. We like it and they like it. So we need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. You need 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. And you need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So you're just going to mix that up. You don't want it all to be in one spot. I haven't found that right recipe on rolling one out yet. Maybe y'all got one that y'all can share down in the comments with me. That's really good. Okay, now you're going to take 1/2 cup of melted lard and 3 tablespoons of cold milk. And what I do, I just mix it in with the lard that's melted, and then I stir it around until it's creamy. Then you make your little well and just pour it in there. And then you go to mixing with your fork. And you can tell if it's still real sticky, you might want to add a little bit of water, or if it's too runny, but this ain't gonna be runny. And I have my oven preheating to 400. I think she might preheat hers to 350. Well, it's not even on there, but I preheated mine to 400. Get that flour and stuff all good and combined. Then you take your hands, y'all. I like to form a little ball with it in the pan. And then you just go to pressing it out with your hands to the side. Y'all, I promise y'all like this pie crust. You need to make sure you give it a try at least. Me and my friend, we had a pie order last year at school. We had 30 pies to do. And I made all my crust. I did the chocolate and she did the coconut. get it up so you can make you a little pretty edge on it. You got plenty. This is a 9-inch pie crust pan. You just want to try to get it even all the way around. And then I take my hands to the side, knocking some of it off. And I sort of push it up against the edges of it on the sides of the pan. And then I go around on the edges to try to pack it so it won't fall off on the edge. And see, there it is. And if you don't want, it ain't gonna matter if you got the fingerprints, but some you can take your flour that you measured your flour in, and you can press it down in there all the way up against the edge. Make sure you got it pressed down on the bottom good. Then you take, I don't have no fancy thing, so I just do my fingers like this in it, or my knuckle. You can do it with just a fork and make your little crinks. It's nothing fancy, but there it is, and it's easy. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven. And you know, some people poke little holes in it. I ain't never had no problem making this kind fluff up in the pan. Y'all, we're going to continue on, and I'm going to take you step by step on how I make my coconut pies. People make them different. First, I'm going to need about almost 2 cups of sugar. Maybe, well, say 2 cups of sugar. And about a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. A bit more. Pretty simple on making coconut or chocolate. This is the pudding now. I used to cook mine, and I still do sometimes, but I found this quicker, and it's just quicker to make it in the microwave. So, 1 can of evaporated milk. We call it pet milk. And then a can, or about a cup cup and a half of milk. Whole milk is what I use. I mix that. Gotta go get my eggs, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all, okay, we're going to separate these eggs. I put 4 to 5 eggs into a pie. And without getting the yellow in the whites. If you can help it. Sometimes I've gotten it in there, but you can take the eggshell and scoop it out. Okay, I'm going to just do 4. And I just set that aside. And just beat these little eggs up. And just pour it off in there. You get it all out. We don't want to leave none of it in there. And I'll use vanilla and butter, but you don't put that in until after the pudding part is mixed and done. So I'll put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. It'll take about maybe 9 minutes to cook. But I'll stop it every 3 minutes and take it out and stir it. Okay, let's put it in there and we'll start it at 3 minutes. I'm not going to stay here and let y'all hear that. I'll be right back. Y'all, it's about, this first 3 minutes is about to be up. So you just take it out. It's still real liquid. Give it a stir. And we'll put it back on there for 3 more. Y'all, at like 7 seconds. And this will be 6 minutes. Let's see. Y'all, it's almost there. Let me go about 2 minutes more. And while that's doing, I'm going to check my pie crust. Y'all, it's about ready. Pie crust likes a few more minutes. We get this pudding ready and we'll let it cool before we put it in my pie crust. You don't want it That's gonna be about right. And now I put a half a stick of either unsalted or salted, it don't matter. I've got unsalted. So what I'll do, I just put it up like that so it'll melt quicker. And then I put about, can't open it, y'all. Okay, y'all, sorry. Finally got it open. So, I'm going to do about a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm putting that on there real tight. And let's mix that up. See? I put coconut on mine. I have seen some, one lady, she'll put the coconut on top of the crust, but I put it inside. I don't put a whole lot though, I just, like a little handful. Okay, y'all, we're gonna set this aside and wait on the crust, and I'll be right back. Okay, the pie crust is done, and it's cooled off, and the pudding is ready to put. Y'all, this makes more than enough for a pie. I always have leftovers, but my grandkids and my son most especially likes to eat the leftover pudding, and they're right next door. Some of them are. The ones out of town, they like it too. So now I'm going to show you step by step how to do the meringue. Got the 4 egg yolks. So I'll need about a fourth of a cup of sugar. And about a fourth of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And just a little bit of vanilla, about the same, about a fourth. Maybe a little bit over. I've got a leg missing on my, oh, ain't a leg, my whisk was up under it. Couldn't figure out why it was all jacked up. Y'all, this is gonna be loud. Yeah. I'll be back. It is done, the meringue. Make sure it's sweet enough. Oh yeah, you don't want it real sweet anyway. So now, whew, these things that lock, they're hard to get unlocked. Okay, I got it installed. Just want it until it'll form peaks. You just put it around, and you want to seal your pie with it. Push it to the edge so you can't see your pudding in there. Now I just scrape off this meringue, get it all on there, and I sort of just do this right here to it to make little things stand up, little peaks. Now you just sprinkle coconut on it, and I'm having to use Brookshire's coconut. I couldn't find no Baker's at Walmart. I hadn't been able lately to find Baker's coconut. You can find it on holidays around Christmas and Thanksgiving, but I hadn't seen any since Christmas. But this other is really just as good. And it's almost the same price. Ain't much price difference. And there it is, and I'll put it in the oven, we'll brown it, and I'll bring it back and show you the finish. Y'all, I'm gonna make a chocolate pie, so while all that was doing, and I was putting on pause, I made up another pie crust, and I made it in my glass dish, which that recipe is not quite enough. I'm gonna have to do some figuring and adding to it, tweaking it to make it fit this glass dish. So this must be a 9.5, 10-inch pie dish. So we're gonna do a chocolate pie. And I'm gonna scoot it right there. I've got do the same thing that you do for a coconut. You just add Hershey's cocoa unsweetened, or you can use Toll House or whatever brand of chocolate that you like. I have Hershey's, and I put about a half a cup of flour in there and 2 cups of sugar. And now I'm going to use instead of putting evaporated milk, I'm going to use 3 cups of sweet milk, which is whole milk. The red top. Let me do about 2.5 cups. And do the same with the eggs. 4 eggs, and I'm not going to wash this because it ain't going to hurt. Just, you don't have to. I'm going to beat it right up. It's going to be the same kind of egg whites as I put on that coconut. know, people make meringue different. I've had a pie that this lady brought to work one time, and it was, and the meringue, she put marshmallow cream in with it. And it was actually good. I've never had it. First time I ever had it. And this lady that had a diner here where I live in Prescott, Maxine's Diner, we called her Mama Max. She said she always put her egg whites in the freezer and got them slushy. I did that one time. I really couldn't tell the difference. She had the Mile High meringues on her pies. And then I heard someone say they always put their beater and their mixing bowl in the freezer to get it real cold and then beat the meringue. I'm going to put a little salt in this, y'all, since it's chocolate. I'm not doing too good with my fingers, am I? Okay, we're going to put that over there in the microwave for the same amount of time. And I'll be back. Y'all, the chocolate pudding's ready, so my ice, put this meringue on it. Some say let your pie shell cool before you put your meringue on it, and some say it don't matter. Some say your meringue, your pudding part's got to cool before you put it in there. So what do y'all do? My son will be glad to see this tomorrow. He's at work tonight. I'm sure they'll be ready to eat a piece. Probably for breakfast. And I can do this because this is pie staying at the house. This chocolate one is. Not going to have very much meringue on it because it's a bigger pie shell. Pie plate. So we'll put this in there and brown it. Okay, y'all, here's the chocolate pie. And here's the coconut. And we'll let these cool down, and we shall be back to taste one of them, either coconut or chocolate. Good evening, y'all. Let's try this coconut pie that I made late yesterday evening, and step-by-step instruction on how I make my coconut pies. So let's give this one a try. That first piece is the hardest piece to get out. Cut my pie plate a little bit. It'll be alright. Okay, y'all. Here it is. Don't that look good? I'm gonna try this. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's really good. Just right. Not overly sweet or nothing. Hey y'all, let's try this chocolate pie that I made yesterday evening late. We had to let it cool, so I just let it sit overnight in the refrigerator. And I used a homemade pie crust, as you'll see it in the video. But this is a larger pie pan, so it didn't fit it as good, so it's not going to be as thick as my coconut, but I still want to try it. Oh, it did pretty good. I was worried about, it's a lot thinner than the coconut one's going to be. See it? Okay, let's get a fork. See it? Okay. And let's try this chocolate pie. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, close to perfect. Nothing's perfect. But y'all go try that recipe. Chocolate or coconut. Any locals around my area, if you need a pie, holler at me. I'll be glad to make you one. Y'all have a good evening. Press like, share, follow. And I really appreciate you watching my videos. And till next video.